Les interviews du doc, c'est maintenant sur Vinyl Time.
Thank you so much, Charlotte, to accept my invitation. My name is Olivier. As you know, I'm located in Paris, France. I'm working for Vinyl Time. And I really appreciate that you take some minutes to speak about your records. And first of all, before we start, how are you? Because I know that you are a little bit sick.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit under the weather, but it's better than it was last week. So I'm glad we could move some things to
Okay,
today.
okay, so great. And cross finger, because I know that November is coming very soon right now, and you have so many gigs and so on. So I hope it's better to go on stage with nothing.
I just tell myself like it's good that I get this flu now,
Yeah, of course.
and then maybe I'm resistant to it once we go.
And so I just take a couple of minutes of your time, and of course, again, thank you so much for accepting this invitation. It's a great pleasure to speak about these new records.
My
And,
pleasure.
and of course, it's great to know that you're coming back on stage. Wow! And I see
I'm excited about
that
it.
the date in Paris for with Vola, it's maybe sold out in a couple of days. So yeah, it's be great to see again you and Vola playing in the Petit Bain, which look like a funny venue. But yeah, it's maybe totally sold out in 1 or 2 days. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I hear it's a boat.
Yes, yes, it's clear, near. It's clear. It's on the Seine, just near to Paris-Bercy, as you know. And
Mm-hmm.
the boat, yes, yes, yes. And maybe when a lot of people playing, you see on stage that something is moving like this.
I'm very curious.
So I don't make any pressure right now. But yes, if we have a lot of people on it, each time it's look like yeah, it's boat jumping and so on. So it's look like something like a little bit moving like a boat. But
That's
it's a great venue because a lot of people prefer to see a lot of band right now in a small venue like the Petit Bain.
mm-hmm.
And I think for a band point of view, it's better to see everybody with a big laugh each time because it's really near. So it's
Yeah.
really appreciate now. It's not like 50,000 people around the venue and nobody listen or something like that. It's clearly the good people and the people who wants to see you on stage, in fact. So yeah, it's a good venue. But let's talk about the bot.
Yes.
Maybe I just starting few words in French and after that,
Sure.
in English. C'est un grand plaisir de recevoir Charlotte WESSELS, si je prononce bien, à la flamande, pour parler de son nouvel album The Obsession, qui est dans les bacs depuis le 20 septembre. Via Napalm, il y a vraiment des très belles chansons, il y a des bonnes coopérations. Et puis, bien sûr, vous l'avez compris, il y a une tournée qui arrive. So, Charlotte, thank you so much again for accepting my invitation. It's a great pleasure to speak about the obsession, the coming back on stage. So many things right now. So how do you feel after this release? And do you have some pressure with the tour who is coming a couple of days now?
Thanks for having me, first of all. It's my pleasure. Yeah, I feel very excited that the album is finally out, that people can listen to it and enjoy it. I've been getting great responses so far. We've spent a lot of work getting everything together for this album and for the singles and for the videos. So now that the album is out, of course, the next logical step is to bring it to the people on the stage. We've got a sold out release show, and then we've got a tour coming up with Vola in November. So we're all very hyped up. I can say that, yeah.
Yeah, it's look like a good end of 2024, by the way, Charlotte, because as you said, you share a lot of music before this release of Obsession. You share a lot of particular voice with coming with Simone Simons, with Aliza with Gross, and a lot of people following you to see what is the next step after this single and everything.
Yeah.
And now, like you said a few seconds, you are.
Go ahead. Sorry. I just know that if I don't let her in, she will keep complaining. So
I have a dog and I have some fish, but not a cat.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just coming back about this
Yeah.
question. So you share, like you said, a few minutes. You share many single with Simone Simons, with Alicia, with Brut. A lot of people discover this music. Now we discover that something is really personal, and I see a lot of feedback provided by a lot of fans who follow you since so many times. I think you are more comfort right now because this one is really a personal album with a lot of friends on it. No,
Most definitely, yeah. Um, it has both of those elements, both the introspection and being very personal in the lyrics and the story that the album tells. But then at the same time, it is also an album that is correct. My English is leaving me, but that is marked by a lot of cooperations. You know, the collaboration with my band. I've been working on the arrangement with Timo, who plays the guitars a lot. Everyone did wonders on their performance of the parts. With Vic for the Vikram Shankar for the orchestral arrangement and the additional key arrangements as well. For with Elisa, with Simone. Um, like all of those guest appearances were also felt like really full circle and felt like it had to be like that for those songs. Yeah, to the cellos by Eliana and to the gospel choir. So it has both of those things. Like the songs come from a very personal place, and I've done that introspection in the songwriting phase, but after that, you know, we came into a new phase of collaboration and also just a lot of joy in recording the album. And I hope that people will be able to hear both when they listen to the record.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. And after that, of course, I think you're thinking not only about these records because we have some different invite right now, but you thinking about the show clearly because we have to play some songs like Dopamine tomorrow on stage, and it would be a challenge because this is more what you share before. So, when you create this song, do you have some particular thinking not only on this release, but again, if you want to play something like this on stage, or you can manage both this records approach and maybe I don't know if it's on a playlist right now, but maybe I'm pretty sure, or you can share these particular songs because you have a different invite on this.
Yeah, I usually do think about it does change my songwriting a little bit, whether I am just writing something that I think will live on Patreon and that will not end up on an album, that I will not play live. Like if I know, like for this record, I knew I was working very intentionally with the album in mind when I was writing these songs. And I was also working very intentionally with the goal of performing those songs live after the album dropped. So of course, I think about how we can do this live. Um, and like both of these songs in the first version, they didn't have the features yet, so I know how to cover them when I'm just on my own. So that works. Of course, they're much cooler with Simone, they're much cooler with Elisa, but I can still sing them when they're not there on stage with me, so that is great. But yeah, I do. It does make a difference whether I know if I'm writing for songs that will be performed live or not. Yeah, like you make different choices.
It's looking more and more difficult right now because we have a lot of songs to be listened by the people. So it would be not so easy to find the best approach. But you are not on the you are just on the opening act, so it's really difficult to select the song right now. Or it's something that maybe you are prepared to share. Of course, some songs about the obsession, but some other songs I would like to say.
Oh, we'll be mostly playing songs from The Obsession, I think. Maybe there's one or two from Tales that will also slip in. But I think like I really feel like I'm reintroducing myself and like we are reintroducing ourselves with this album. So yeah, so this is what I want to focus on. And I think we've got like 45 minutes on the tour. The album is a little longer than that. Um,
We can play everything.
I cannot play everything, unfortunately, because also some songs we play, we have intros and outros and longer solos. Like the songs are like a little bit different when we play them live. So, but people will just have to see about that themselves, of course.
Yeah, maybe we're coming back. I have one question regarding some things that you share on Facebook because I like one moment, but I would like to speak before about the title, The Exorcism, with the powerful tracks, both with the lyric and musically. Can you explain the story or the theme behind this song?
Sure. Um, the exorcism, the exorcism is very much about kind of parts in yourself which give you trouble.
Yeah.
And for me, like I wrote it when, you know, I've been going through therapy on and off, through my teenage years and thinking that I was done. And then, a few years later, you kind of fall back again. And then things happen in your life and something new arises. It's kind of about these demons in you that you feel like, okay, I've done the work, I've expelled them, but then they kind of keep coming back. And the song The Exorcism is about this process of kind of exercising these demons again and again, and about wondering whether it will ever be the last time that you exercise them, or whether it will be something that you'll just have to keep doing all of your life in different shapes or forms. Yeah, about that.
It's one of my favorite songs on this record, so that's why I would like to know
It's
some.
mine as well. Yeah, it's my favorite song on the record. I mean, I know that this sounds heavy, but I love the way the song turns out, and I also love performing it. It's very cathartic, like especially sometimes with topics which are a little bit heavier. It can be really,
Yeah, it's coming from the art. Yeah,
yeah, it can be really impactful to let it out through music. So yeah.
and of course, I would like to speak about the vinyl and so on because I follow you on Facebook since so many times, and I see your faces when you open the back with coming from Napalm, and you share this vinyl and the fantastic T-shirt and so on. I see you so smiling since so many times. I said, wow, I just buy the vinyl. I put the vinyl on my table behind me, and I prefer to listen your obsession on vinyl and not on CD because I'm feeling better to listen your voice, what is created. And do you think it's the same for you? Do you listen this vinyl and not the CD? Sometimes it's strange.
I've not listened to the vinyl yet. I have my record player is in a room now where I don't really listen to it. So I'm thinking of moving it back to the living room so I listen to it more. I listen to a lot of music digitally, which I know is even worse. But yeah, I do agree. Nothing really goes above listening to vinyl. It's, just the action that you have to do for it. Just it has a certain, it feels romantic and cozy, I think, listening to vinyl in a way that a lot of other ways of consuming music don't. So
Yes, this is because I'm so old now. I prefer vinyl. Yeah.
hey, it's making a comeback. Like all the kids are buying vinyl.
Yes. But I listen and I think it's a little bit different. But maybe because I'm sitting, I'm listening the vinyl many times, and yeah, I really appreciate the vinyl. And when I see you sharing this video and with a large smile and so on, and you discover something like a new baby, in fact, no?
Yeah, very much. Like you work on it for such a long time, and then when it comes out, it's always very special. Um, yeah, one thing I do like about the CD is that it's got the booklet.
Yeah.
This is also very nice to unpack, but it's always, yeah, unpacking the first CD, unpacking the first vinyl is always a special moment for sure.
For sure. So before we ending, because we have a small slot, and I prefer to speaking quickly about this touring with coming, because as you know, you come in France with Bola, and maybe this venue, it's called Petit Bain. It's maybe turning sold out. So a lot of people, after you're coming back on stage, would like to see you again with Vola. It's a great news now, because you have a lot of French fans now. It's the fan is everywhere, but I know that a lot of people in France waiting you're coming back.
Oh, I cannot wait until we get to perform in Le Petit Bain. And I don't know, we've always, like, I have very warm memories of performing in France, performing in Paris. So I hope to see some familiar faces. It would be absolutely wonderful. And yeah, and I hope that that the French audiences will enjoy the obsession a lot and maybe come see it live. That would be great.
Yeah. Charlotte, before we ending, my last question is regarding again this fantastic cover of your CD vinyl, because it's look like a fantastic cover for a coming back. We have this idea to create this cover, because it's so red, so white, and we see your face is so maybe happy. So where's coming this idea for the cover? Who have this idea?
So we did the photo shoot and a video shoot for The Exorcism and Chasing Sunsets at the same time, with the idea that all the scenes in the videos would have this kind of photographic quality to them, that all of them could kind of be like cover photos in their own right. So we worked on a lot of different scenes. Tim Tronku is the photographer. But like I should also mention Claire Stewart, who was the videographer, Nina, who was the scenographer. So there's always many people involved in something like this, you know. And then, of course, we had Liedewij, who's a dancer, who did like who's pushing through the fabric next to me on the cover. She was like the personification of the demon. So we had different ideas for different scenes that we conceptualized together with this team, and that was the basis of like the photos. But then from the photos, of course, it was still adjusted into the collage on the front cover, and this collage is the work of another Nina. There's two Ninas in the team. Nina from Studio Detour, and she's a collage artist, and she's worked with the entire artwork, like combining the photos that we made during that shoot with different elements to make it into. And I was kind of attached to the oval shape. So she worked with these different kind of images to make the cover as it is now. And I really adore the cover, and I really adore like everyone's signature, like how they worked on it and made it happen. So yeah, I'm very glad with how it turned out.
And this cover, it's clearly you, earth, wings, sea, and you in the middle. So it's clearly what you share in so many years right now. Clearly it's clearly you, in fact, on this cover.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Charlotte, thank you so much for your time this afternoon to speak about the obsession who is coming since the 20th of September. And of course, we wait to see you again on stage with Vola everywhere, and of course at the Petit Bain. Before we ending, Charlotte, do you have maybe some French words for the French listener?
Merci beaucoup. No, I have to practice and polish off my French word. I promise that I will speak some French during the show. For now, yeah, like I said, thank you so much, and I hope to see everyone soon. Au revoir, and maybe at the Le Petit Bain. Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for this interview, and thank you so much for your coming back with Obsession. It's really a good one. And again, cross finger for the tour, Charlotte, and enjoy each moment.
Thanks so much. You have a great evening over there, and hopefully see you soon. Goodbye.
See you in Petit Bain.